اوكي جود. بدي اعمل شير سكرين بليز، بتقولوا لي مين بده ادمت انا دخله انه ما ببين عندي على السكرين. يلا دغري هلا قبل عم تشوف السلايد.
Yes.
continuity equation خلصناها. المومنتوم equation or Navier-Stokes equation كمان خلصناها. done. evolution equation we did it. evolution equation
بلشنا فيها دكتور هلا اخر شيء وصلنا لهون.
عملناها، يعني عملنا هيدي دي اف اوفر دي تي بلس دي يو اف، ورسمنا
نعم وصلنا
رسمنا الويف. رسمنا الويف.
ايه دكتور صح رسمناها.
رسمنا الويف. اوكي عملنا simplified conditions تبعولها على اكيد. thermophysical probability constant transient phenomenon Cartesian coordinates 2 dimensions atmospheric pressure monocomponent interface of two fluidic mediums كمان على اكيد. كنا هون وقفنا بدنا نبلش بنباشر بهيدي mass fraction or Fick law. Okay, good. We have 1 hour or less, and we need to finish this paragraph because it's a small paragraph. Mass fraction equation or Fick law. I will give you the equation as the momentum equation, the same. You see here the simplified mass transfer equation. Do you see the PowerPoint? Okay, it's clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Rho dy over dt plus rho u dy over dx plus rho v dy over d small y equal rho d square y over dx square plus d square y over dy square plus w. Okay, it's the same, okay, as the momentum equation. Here we have rho dy over dt operator. This operator is dy over dt plus u dy over dx plus v dy over d small y. Understand? Is equal rho d square y over dx square plus d square y over dy square plus omega. Omega is the mass MARA. MARA is a chemical reaction. Mass production rate is a mass production rate. We start with the first question, okay, as application, okay. Does this equation is true or not? I give you 5 minutes, put a paper and try to answer this question. Does this equation is true or false, fake? يلا معكم 5 دقايق. يجيبوا ورقة وقلم. كلكم عندكم ورقة وقلم؟
Yep.
Okay. Try to do it. In this slide, you see the unit of the different symbols or physical parameters here. Y is a mass fraction percentage. D is a mass diffusivity in meter square per second. It's the same as the thermal diffusivity alpha and the kinematic viscosity nu. W is the mass production rate calculated from Arrhenius equation in kilogram per meter cube per second.
دكتور اليو هي بالمتر بير سكند ما هيك؟
اليو
speed.
U is the velocity. U and V are the velocities in meter per second. عرفتوا شو هي الواي؟ The difference between y
Yes.
and f is very big. F meaning that we have two medium, liquid and gases. Okay. Here y, it's meaning that we have a heterogeneous medium. Heterogeneous medium, when we mix ethanol plus methanol, or when we mix heptane plus decane plus octane, okay, we mix all together, then y is a percentage of each component. عرفتوا شو هي الواي؟ It's for the mass fraction chemical. It's for the chemical. Do you finish?
Yes.
Okay. What is the unit of the first term?
Kilogram meter minus 3 seconds minus 1.
minus 1.
Yes.
Meter minus 3 second minus
Second
1.
one.
Good. مظبوط.
كلمة.
مظبوط. ايه لكن rho is the density in kilogram per meter cube. Pi without unit. T is a second. So kilogram meter cube second. Second one. Rho u w dy over dx. Rho kilogram per meter cube. U meter per second. Over meter. meter طارت. بفضل kilogram meter cube second minus 1. Rho v dy over d small y is the same because u and v has the same unit. Have the same unit. Rho d square y over dx square. Rho kilogram per meter cube. D is the mass diffusivity meter square per second. Over meter square, tartan meter square. Then we have kilogram meter cube second. The same for d square y over dy square. And W, the mass production rate, is in kilogram meter cube per second. Then it's true. The equation is true because the unit before the equality is equal to the unit after the equality. And sometime I can ask you this question. This equation is true. Then find the unit of the mass production rate. عرفتوا كيف بقلبها؟ Find the unit of the mass production rate. تعملوا لي calculation. Then you will find that W is kilogram per meter cube per second. مفهوم؟
دكتور بس في حدا بده يفوت.
Okay. Good. Okay. Still seeing the picture?
Yes.
Yes. Doctor,
Yes.
if we want to say if this is true, so we have the same unit. So
Yes. We have the same unit. Then you find that W is the same unit in kilogram per meter cube per second. But I can put QW in this case. I can put QW point times Q. Okay. I did in some equation here is W point. In some equation we have W point Q. Okay. In the heat equation we have this one, this factor. Okay. Second question. Describe the following equation. Okay. The answer is this equation is a mass transfer equation written in Cartesian coordinate in 2 dimensions, where the first term is the accumulation, mass accumulation term. Second one is the mass advection term. Third one is a mass diffusion term. Mass diffusion term. And the last one is the mass production rate or the chemical reaction term. مفهوم? We have 4 terms: mass accumulation term, mass advection term, mass diffusion term, and mass production rate term or chemical reaction term. Who is it? مفهوم؟
Yes.
اوكي. هيدي الايكويشن نستعملها. This equation can be linked to the Navier-Stokes equation and to the heat transfer equation when we have 2 components, يعني liquid or fluid with 2 and more components. 2 and more components. If we have 1 component or homogeneous medium of 1 component, then this equation will be eliminated. And this equation is used to find the concentration C, concentration C, where C equal rho Y. Look, C equal rho Y. In kilogram per meter cube, concentration, mass concentration. Then I can write this equation under this form. It's an operator. dC over dt equal D. D here is the diffusivity. ما تخلطون بعض. ما تخلطوا هيدي الدي بهديك الدي. Okay. dC over dt, it's an operator. Mathematical operator. D here is the diffusivity. D square C over dx square plus D square C over dy square plus omega. Okay. With انا هون نسيها مش كاتبها بالانجليزي. With dC over dt equal dC over dt plus u dC over dx plus v dC over dy, which is a mathematical operator. مفهوم? d over dt is a mathematical operator.
Okay.
Okay.
The Fick law, when we say the Fick law, it's a boundary condition. It's used to find the mass fraction at the interface. Okay, so then it's written as rho d dy over d small y at the interface. At the interface, d dc over dy equal d grad c, which is d nabla c. D nabla c, okay, which is the mass the Fick law at the interface. هيدا بنستعمله للباوندري كونديشن. تكفي لي الايكويشن. To complete the equation, I need a boundary conditions, and I can say that y at initial condition when t below t0, then y is equal y0 equal 0. Initial mass fraction is equal to 0. Okay, then we put the percentage. Okay, اول شيء انا حطيت الافتين هو 0. كان في عندي 200 ميثانول، ما كان عندي ايثانول. زدت الايثانول، بعدين بعد التي 0 زدت الايثانول. الباوندري كونديشن بقول له when x equal x0 y equal at x equal x0، يعني بعدني هون at the boundary هون، يعني هيدا على الانترفيس. اذا كان انترفيس هيك هيدا الانترفيس هون x0 هون x max. x0 هون y equal y as surface mass fraction. Surface mass fraction, it can be calculated from the Fick law. Okay. At x equal x max, Y equal Y ambient medium, which is equal to 0. لأن الماس fraction at the environment at the ambient environment is equal to 0. بعيدة عن الدروبلت بتكون 0. ما بيكون في عندنا vapor يعني من mixed vapor. بيكون في عندنا الهواء بيروح بيصير 0. هيك at the surface is surface mass fraction far from the droplet is the ambient medium, which is equal to 0. هيدي الباوندري conditions نستعملهم. لا. طيب. Third question. Give the whole simplified conditions. مين بيقول لي شلون ال simplified conditions بهيدي الايكويشن؟ يلا متبرع. Simplified condition. Give me the whole simplified conditions.
We have medium, transient medium, because Y.
A Cartesian coordinate.
Cartesian
We are working in Cartesian coordinate in 2 dimension. مظبوط. In transient medium مظبوط. With chemical reaction here. Here we have a chemical reaction. ما هيك؟ لكن بنشوف شو هني؟ مش chemical. Thermophysical properties constant. هيك الرو والدي طلعوا برا differentiation. When we see rho and d out of the differentiation, then the thermophysical properties are constant. Transient phenomenon, because we have Cartesian coordinate xy, 2 dimension xy. Atmospheric pressure تهيك ما شفنا البريشر dp over dx طارت مش موجودة. This equation must be removed if monocomponent medium. اجمالها اذا مش موجودة بيكون عندنا monocomponent medium. Fast chemical reaction, then W equals 0. Here different to 0, then we have a chemical reaction. How دي هني simplified conditions اللي بنستعملهم. مفهوم؟
Yes.
Okay. Now we have different different equation. We know now the continuity equation, the Navier-Stokes equation, the mass fraction equation. Mass fraction equation. Okay. I will talk about Arrhenius law or evaporation and or combustion equation. Arrhenius law. Okay. Arrhenius law هيدي W يعني الموجودة بالهيت equation وموجودة كمان بالماس fraction equation. The Arrhenius law is coming from this equation A exponential minus E over RT. A is the activation in kilogram per meter cube per second. Is the activation factor. E is the energy of activation in joule. RT is energy in joule RT. R is the perfect gas constant. T is the temperature. مفهوم? And this term is without unit, joule over joule. This term is the Arrhenius law for the evaporation and the combustion, and it can be W for the oxygen. So A oxygen, exponential minus E oxygen over RT of the oxygen. W hydrogen حسب شو بيطلع عنا بالreactive components. W CO2 gas CO2 gases. اوكي كل هودي بنجيب لهم الماس برودكشن ريت تبعهم. اوكي يعني بالايكويشن اللي احنا بالكيميكال رياكشن بيكون عندنا before the depletion and after depletion يعني عندنا الرياكتيف وعندنا الرياكشن يعني البرودكتس اللي بتنتج من الرياكشن هيدي للبرودكتس. اوكي شو بينتج من الرياكشن بنجيب لها الماس برودكشن ريت. مفهوم؟ It can be molar production rate if the kilogram is transformed to mole per meter cube per second. We can say that it is a molar production rate. If we have fast chemical reaction, then W is equal to 0 the one simplified condition used for this equation. مفهوم الارينوس equation؟
مفهوم.
الهيت ترانسفير ايكويشن اور تمبريتشر ايكويشن ما فيني اعملها اليوم لانه كثير كبيره. بدي اقطعها تشوف شو في بعد منها. اوكي كثير كبيره وما بدي اقطشها. هيك بدي Do you see the PowerPoint?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Here is the equation of Lambert-Beer. This equation is developed in our laboratory. Okay. And the small equation that you know is I equal I0 exponential alpha y. هيدي بتعرفوها as Lambert-Beer. Okay. I equal I0 exponential alpha y, where alpha is the absorptivity, y is the direction, and I0 is the initial fluence. But in laser, I developed really this equation to take into consideration the package of energy, plus the package, how the energy can move, then the evaporation or combustion process. مفهوم?
Okay.
And this equation, it can be written as I0 1 minus R times alpha times exponential alpha y times the Gaussian profile or Lorentzian profile or Voigt profile, one of these profiles or another kind of profile. It can be gate profile, gate square, that's meaning square profile, gate profile, plus evaporation phenomenon. Okay, I want to show you term by term this equation. First, I in COMSOL or any kind of simulator, it is written as Q exterior, which is the Q laser. And what the per meter cube? Even this term